Hey guys, my name is X-Factor, aka the Professor of PTFO. Today we're breaking down my thought process, tips and tricks to become a better sniper or scout player, therefore a better teammate in the process. And it's all about the score per minute, the biggest indicator of your own abilities within the battlefield realm. It gives you an idea if you're capping and defending flags, and of course if you're getting some kills along the way, and most importantly, playing within the defined role of your class, helping your team in the process. For those of you who do not know me, I'm an extremely aggressive scout player. I'm getting on the flag, whether it's conquest, operation, or rush, the objective, as quickly as possible, and I really favor defensive moves. If there is a flag flashing, I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna try to take down the bad guys there and do my part in getting that flag back. So my loadout is usually the same: K bullets and flare. Flare is massive. You can see it on my mini-map right now by that white indicated area. Doesn't matter if a soldier's flying in the air, if he's falling from the stairs, if he's dropping from the second story due to a rubble drop, if he's crouched prone, victory crawling, they are going to show up for a set period of time. You get 2 of them. And here's the first trick. Small sacks are life, whether it's the med or the support. If you're out of flare, pick up a scout kit, drop it. If you see a small sack and you need flares, have your empty flare gun out in your hand. It will give you 2 flares and then a stack of bullets as well. Running low on ammo for your primary, run with your primary out. It'll refill that first. And of course, K bullets as well in that order. So whatever is in your hand is what you're going to be refilled on first with the small sack. And of course, that's the same with the big sack, but it just takes forever to get your choice back, whether it's flare or K bullets. K bullets are extremely helpful when taking on armor. Remember, it can disable the repair mechanism. If you hit a piece of armor in the right spot, like light tanks, you can do 10 plus damage. That's a ton, considering there are a lot of snipers out there. And again, the basis of this is flare. Flare early, flare often, and there's multiple thought processes when I flare. Are we just getting to a flag? I'm going to flare the front side of it, because more than likely the defenders are still pushed up. Don't know what's going on because you're the only guy or girl going back to save a flag? Flare the middle of the flag. Try to hit the entire burn radius. Or use a blind spot of a flag cap. Let's say you have eyes on the vast majority of the flag cap, but you can't see something due to a structure such as a turret or something else that's going on. Flare that blind spot. As you're digging around, poking and prodding, looking for somebody, more than likely you're going to see that movement or that player appear on the mini-map. Or of course, if somebody spawns there, you're going to see them as well. If you are a scout, this is the most helpful thing you can do. Flare positioning and don't sit on them. You can get them back quickly, or you simply die and get another stack of flares. Can't tell you how many times I spawn in as a sniper, I kill another sniper because I'm out of flares, pick his up, use them, switch back to my kit because it might have something like an 8-time optic, which I don't want, and on my way we go. Your pistol is extremely strong and extremely helpful, and there is no wrong answer. Sometimes I use the number 3, which will do 90 damage in the head, revolver, and of course 2 shot in the body. Or I'll use the Frommer stop if I want something spammy, if I'm using a heavy hitter up close like Martini, and I just need to dink them with 1 bullet if I miss the headshot, or if I was just outside that sweet spot range. And again, don't be afraid to go to that pistol if you're not finding your shot. One of the biggest things you could do as a scout player or sniper is work on your movement. If you're sitting ADS or aiming down sight, you are a sitting duck, especially if you use something over a 4-time optic. Those all give scope glint. So every single sniper rifle in my arsenal is a 4-time optic. I'm used to the sensitivity. You can customize that setting. You can really get used to that feel. You can develop muscle memory, but it does not give off the optic glare, the scope glint. If an enemy sniper is looking at you within around a 10-degree or so angle, maybe 15 at most, you're going to see that scope glint. It's a dead giveaway. So what do you do if you see scope glint? Un-ADS, reposition quickly, retarget. And you'll notice when I shoot, it's ADS, shoot very quickly, so I can begin moving again. The dance moves. Don't want to eat one in the chest, definitely don't want to eat one in the head, and don't be afraid to reposition. Don't play the same spot in the map. for multiple shots unless you're dropping the entire push. And also remember to target assault players that are on tanks, but most importantly, medics. The revive train is extremely strong in Battlefield 1 so far. Don't have to charge your syringe. There is no downtime. A medic can come in a pile of 10 guys and have them up in a handful of seconds. If you don't get the medic, you can get a couple kills, but they're all coming back up. The only thing you're doing is padding your kills, which in the overall aspect of the game did absolutely nothing because they're still on the flag, you're dead, you're in the respawn screen, and they probably ruined the rest of your squad. So target prioritization is a big deal. I can't tell you how many times that I've actually been in a fight with 2 or 3 guys pushing. I pulled off those targets just to find the assault, or more importantly, the medic again. So back to the movement. As you see me shoot, I un-ADS, I'll start strafing until I reacquire target and shoot again. Aim small, miss small, but most certainly be on your way, because a standing target or something that's bipoded, if you don't have the other snipers or whatever's on you suppressed, you're gonna have a bad time. So here you see some of that shimmying in between shots. And that's another thing that's been buffed since the last time that we've really talked, is suppression. What does suppression do? First, it gives you random optic sway. Your optic, whether you're a sniper, whether you're an assault player, a medic or support, a pilot, it all acts the same. Your irons or optics slowly start swaying. Yes, that is something that you can counter. You also get a ton more recoil. And the last thing is random bullet deviation. That you most certainly cannot control. So let's say there's an enemy sniper standing perfectly still, 100 meters away. I'm standing perfectly still because if you're strafing and shooting at all, your shot is not accurate. So I'm standing still, they're standing still, I'm suppressed. I wrestle the crosshair down. It's dead center on their chest. Doesn't mean the bullet's going to hit them. And you are close to where that crosshair may be at that split second. And suppression lasts for as long as somebody's shooting at you, or 3 or so seconds after they're done. You'll notice your screen goes dark, then it goes light again, the optic sway is gone. So a lot of times when you're being a sniper, it's learning when not to shoot and disengage. Do you want randomly placed shots that may or may not hit their target? Meanwhile, you're exposed and you're probably going to eat a bullet or a bipod express from across the map because you're still exposed? Or should you reposition or wait those couple seconds? Remember, as long as you have your flare out, you're going to know if somebody's rushing you if you're playing the objective. And here you see an example of flare being placed center of map, even though that this is a pretty big capture point. One that you really have to be careful of. It's something you really have to factor in when getting involved in those gunfights. If you're getting rushed by multiple people, if they're close enough, you should land a chest shot, but more than likely those headshots are going to miss still. But again, at the end of the day, it's about playing the objective, using your flares properly. That's how you can become a better scout and teammate in the entire process. And here's an example of me getting stuck in an open lane far away from the objective. Sometimes it's extremely hard to move up. That's why when you have those opportunities, that's when you need to take them. Because if you sit back long enough, their sniper's gonna be pushed back again, and you're gonna be stuck in that do I push, do I not push, am I gonna be suppressed the whole time type of mini game that has become Battlefield 1. And here's an example of some K bullets. You actually do a fair amount of damage, but be careful of the ricochet angles. Anything that's a long angle and not something that's a direct hit in can ricochet. Now, even if you do 1 damage, you do interrupt their repair, which is important because more than likely a tank that is sitting still probably used his instant repair if that tank was equipped with one, and now he's manually repairing from inside. So a lot of times it's a wait game. Hit him with the K bullet, wait a full 2 seconds, hit them again. Completely interrupts that cycle, more than likely putting them in a disabled state, disabling some guns on the side, waiting for a support to rush, somebody to bust out some dynamite, or some AT rockets to come in. I've actually killed hundreds of vehicles with K bullets so far. And don't forget, it is great against planes. They do a ton of damage, especially you can hit the engine, or of course the wings. You can quickly disable the plane. If they're flying low enough or in a steep enough angle, slam them into the ground, which is also very refreshing. You may not get the kill, but It feels good, man. Trust me. So hopefully you guys found this guide talking about some of the things that you can do to open up and expand your gameplay while being a scout or a sniper and a better team member in the process helpful. If you guys have any comments or questions, don't forget to leave them down below. If you enjoyed the video, had a little fun, don't forget to drop a like. And as always, thanks for watching the Hangout. We'll see you guys soon.